64. I am good old Justin, and here's
good old
Mr.
Alex.
Good old Alex with his giant beard. Every week, me and Alex typically get together and talk about everything that is gaming and anything that can spawn from that onto it. So that's
Anything
what we go
and
with.
everything. Yep.
And then beginning with each week, let me take this gum out of my mouth so I don't keep chomping. Each and every week we start off with what we've been doing for the past week, what we've been playing. And I'll go ahead and start off. Does our stream seem paused? Just refresh it, Mr. Alex. Refresh all page.
Hope I'm streaming to the right channel. So I'm pretty sure I adjusted that beforehand, but that would be awfully embarrassing if this was just at my own personal channel.
Well, the preview show.
Oh, there we go.
So we're good.
We're good.
It's just pausing.
Yeah, the preview was being a dirty tease, as it is sometimes wants to do.
So this past week, I guess we could just talk about everything we played. I mean, we played a plethora of new things even at the LAN.
We did.
So I guess we could always add those in.
Mm-hmm.
So this past Saturday we had a LAN party, and it was pretty good. It was I shouldn't say pretty good. It was fucking
what's up, dude?
awesome. And what's up, Adam? Hey, hold on. Wait a second.
I'm gonna wait.
Just wait 1 second.
Hold on,
I'm
dear.
actually gonna let Adam know that we're streaming because he told me we're streaming now.
So Adam, make sure you tell Adam that we're streaming.
Yes. And hello.
Good to see you, man.
So this Saturday we had a LAN. It was great. It was an awesome time. Had our normal core group of friends, and we played a plethora of games. One of them in particular that I wanted to talk about was Dirty Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty Bomb was an awesome hit. A really good game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It gave you a lot of. It was basically Team Fortress, but Team Fortress with actual weapons, I guess is so to say. Like, I wouldn't say there's a lot of futuristic shit in the game, right? But I would say it's a lot of. I think it's faster pace almost, or.
And it's objective based.
It's objective based.
Just that to me is the big distinction.
Yes. Now, Team Fortress is objective based. Like you have payload and stuff like that, but there's also obviously Slayer. Team Slayer and stuff like that. So, or Deathmatch, I should say.
I like Slayer. That's a good. I mean, we all played the shit out of Halo back in the day.
We did.
So
fucking Team Slayer.
Let's just call it what we're all thinking. It's not Deathmatch, damn it. It's Slayer. Get it right.
Yes. So Team Slayer. Oddball.
You're no Peter Dinklage.
Was he in that game?
No, but I'm making fun of a upcoming topic.
Yes.
It's a foreshadowing.
It's a foreshadowing. Fucking Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
God damn that, man.
God damn it.
We will talk about that soon because it actually coincides with the topic you put on the list.
Oh, perfect.
So, which is good. But we also played Rocket League, which we've talked about before. Rocket League is just fucking awesome.
So
anyways, played some Smash. Mm-hmm. Played 6-player Smash. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, we couldn't get 2 controllers to actually sync up. I don't know.
That's what I get for buying. That's what I get for buying cheapo controllers. That's how it goes. They were very cheap.
But the 6-player, I could not imagine 8-player because 6-player was already hectic as a little.
It becomes complete madness, which is the most like pure and ideal Smash experience ever. Are the ones that there's no semblance of sanity. It's all just a complete mishmash of colors in Smash.
So, the 6 players was fucking difficult as all hell.
Everyone dies.
Everyone did die. Yes, correct.
Forever.
I just want to verify we're not.
Are we losing?
No,
are we dropping frames now?
I'm putting myself back over.
Oh, you're at the preview. It's looking a little.
Yeah, so I looked at the preview and I saw it was paused, and I was like, okay.
Well,
anyways, I'm sure someone would let us know if it's breaking up.
Yeah.
But we played some Mario Kart 8, which was my first time playing Mario Kart 8, and god damn, I want a fucking Wii so bad.
That
Wii
Mario
U,
Kart
man.
8.
God, that is so. I would strictly just play fucking Mario Kart 8.
I think it might be my favorite Mario Kart game, and I'm constantly ping-ponging back and forth of, do I like 64 more, or do I like 7 better, or do I like 8?
I didn't. Okay.
God, it's so good.
Early Mario Karts, I was able to just jump right into the highest CC and have no issue. But for fuck's sake, 200cc in fucking Mario Kart 8, I couldn't even stay on the goddamn track. It is so fast. Like,
gotta go fast.
Jesus, that makes me want to get a Wii U so bad.
200cc is so fast that like it kind of breaks some stages in certain.
I saw that.
Well, in such a way where like the path where you would normally take, you too fast to take it. So it like you inevitably end up in a different path. Like the paths are kind of like, I don't want to say it was like predestined to be able to fit this kind of speed, but like the game kind of gives you other opportunities for other paths because you're going so fucking balls to the wall fast.
It is ridiculous. It's absolutely insane.
So yeah,
I love it. Though.
So 3000cc is the next jump, obviously,
Oh.
and then after that it's light speed, and then beyond that you go back in time. I think is that how light speed works?
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yep. You actually
start gaining mass.
You pin the fabrics together, so you bend the edges, and then you just go through the fabrics of time.
Oh, well, you know the 8 symbol is kind of a lazy 8, kind of a infinity symbol.
The half infinity.
Boom! There it is. There it do. Fuck you, science.
Love it. That's what it means, though. So the 8 is the infinity sign, which means time travel.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart time travel is what it really is.
It transcends space and time.
It does.
Yeah.
Other than that, what else do we play? I don't think that was anything.
Those are the big ones.
I think those were the big ones. I mean, me and a couple friends played WoW, of course, but
Ew, gross.
I know, so sickening.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny. We were, me and Amanda were having a conversation last night. Now, the new WoW expansion is going to have a Gamescom reveal this Thursday.
Oh wow! I didn't realize.
The expansion's only been out for 6 months.
Okay.
Or 7, 8 months.
The latest expansion?
Yeah, very much less than a year.
Wow, that's surprising.
So they stated they wanted to kind of start doing this, which was they wanted to increase or decrease the time between expansions, between content. And I knew something was fishy is when they released the last part of content 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And they were like, "This is our last patch," and I was like, "This is the last patch?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah, we don't have anywhere else to go." Like, it literally finalized the expansion in less than 6 months.
That's impressive.
And I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, man, they're fucking moving. And I was like,
Yeah.
"What are they gonna do?" I was like, "They're gonna end up like the last expansion, which lasted for a year and a half, and people. That's when people started, jumping ship. Well, I mean, people already jumped ship before it was a Draenor, but yeah,
abandoning the ship.
Yes, yeah. But what Amanda brought up, so I was like, I don't know. I'd probably still fucking buy the game. I was like, even though I absolutely hate the way the game is now, I was like, I'm sure I'll still buy it and play it. And she's like, yeah, that's because of WoW's pretty much you. Like, she's like, you and WoW are one together. And I was like,
one with the board.
I was like, you know what, you're pretty much right. I was like, because there's nothing going to stop me from buying this fucking expansion. So anyways, yeah, there's a new WoW expansion going to be released at Gamescom on Thursday, 7 a.m. Central Time. So, because it's, I get the conference is in Germany. So.
Okay. So I think you're saying, Justin, is that you will be...
I'll actually be awake Thursday at 7 a.m., even though it's my day off, because that's when we leave to go to
California.
Oh,
nice.
So...
but the big question is, the whole... You and the WoW are one, so it's like the Borg. Will you become Blizz simulated? Yeah, alright, I'm leaving. See, it's my
right,
I'm leaving. Just gonna kill myself.
Yes.
It's the ideal pun. We're there, and it's never getting any better. End on a high note.
Yes, to answer your question.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good answer.
What have you been playing, Alex, since I saw you at the LAN Party?
Well, I played a little bit of Dirty Bomb and a little bit of Rocket League. I just saw Adam said about Warlords and Warlords.
Played for 2 hours before I returned to not playing WoW. It's the most recent expansion.
Oh, okay.
Warlords of Draenor.
Okay.
Yeah,
like,
okay,
Warlords,
I get that.
game.
Yeah, and a lot of people were in your position. I stuck with it for as long as I fucking possibly could until I got so bored I couldn't play anymore. And then I went back to vanilla WoW to just give me my WoW-ness,
Get your fix.
So yeah.
Get those sweet hits, man.
Right.
That's how it goes, man.
So anything else? Have you been playing anything else prior to that? I should say that I started Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So I was talking to Alex about that before the stream, but I'm going on the fucking the journey of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Nice.
So, and Amanda's actually going to be starting Tyler from last week. Let me
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time. So,
yes.
And she's starting that tonight.
Score.
Her first Legend of Zelda experience.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
If she has any questions,
I should tell her. Hey,
well,
just ask Alex.
And he'll say, "Get good scrub," and then hang up the no.
Right. That's all.
Get good water temple scrub. Everyone knows about the water temple, though.
Right.
So.
Apparently, from what Tyler was telling me was that the water temple's fixed. And
really?
They fixed parts of it.
Was it ever broken?
Well, it wasn't really broken. Mm-hmm. It was more or less the water level, like the way you adjust water levels. Apparently, they've adjusted a little bit to where it's easier for newer players.
It's probably not a bad thing, honestly.
No.
Because that was some shit.
Because I think everyone fucking dreaded the fucking water temple.
Yeah.
Especially on replays when you're just like, God damn it, I have to go to this fucking place.
Been so long.
The coolest thing about water temple is obviously Dark Link. Like,
That's pretty sweet. I mean, long shot's badass.
Right.
But man, that fucking Dark Link battle. So much cool fan art out there.
What the fuck okay. Here, let's go into some questions here.
Okay.
Who is Dark Link? What is he? Is he a remnant of you, or what the fuck is he?
Well, Dark Link first makes his appearance in Zelda 2, Electric Boogaloo, or Adventure of Link, I think is what it's called. And most people will agree he's the hardest fight in the game, because he's just a piece of shit.
Okay.
And like, I think, like, he's pretty much identical to you. Like, he has the same amount of health that you have at that whatever time you have. Zelda 2 is a little bit odd. It has, like, RPG elements. You, like, get spells, you have stats, you have variable amount of health. So, I know that he has the same amount of health that you do whenever you fight him, so if you have shitty health, he'll have shitty health. If you have max health, he'll have max health. I don't know about the other stats, but I think his other stats match yours. But the AI is just really, really fucking good, so he's just an impossibly difficult boss.
Jesus.
Which is appropriate because he's a pretty tough fucking boss
in
Ocarina. What is he? That, if I had to guess, probably hasn't been explicitly said. If you were to ask, well, let's see, would Miyamoto have been would he have been with the Ocarina of Time stuff, or would that have been...
Probably.
Would that have been Onuma? It was probably Miyamoto, but if you were to ask one of them, they would probably give a fairly loosey-goosey answer. If I had to guess, if I had to give an answer, it probably is kind of what you described. It's kind of a summary of, like, humanity's evil side and the darkness within all of us, and how we must vanquish it with the good to triumph over blah blah blah.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's what it really is, though. It's just a really badass boss fight, mini boss.
Right. That's how I feel. I always have this feeling that Dark Link is like just some fucking time like, goddamn, what the fuck? Time traveling bastard. Let's just go with that. Okay, where he is just fucking omnipresent.
No.
Through all of the Zelda timelines. I feel like that's how he is.
It wouldn't surprise me if there was something like that. There is indicators of some sort of interloper in Twilight Princess. You never fight them or even encounter them in person, but there's a cutscene or two at least, but one very prominent one that creeped the shit out of me. That hinted at some. I would describe it as an interloper. The entity as an interloper.
Okay.
It actually shows multiple links, like quasi dark links. It's hard to describe, but it wouldn't surprise me if there was some shenanigans, some shenaniganry afoot.
Right.
And Adam's got the right idea. I mean, it's hard to have a stream.
It is hard to have
us talking about.
I have so
Ocarina.
many questions about Legend of Zelda.
And there's so few answers. Even
answers.
Even in Hyrule Historia, there are a lot of answers, but do they really? I mean,
like
that's still
Who was the fierce deity? You know?
Oh yeah.
And why does he look like Link?
That is the question. There's a bunch of theories. A lot of it has to do with like it kind of similarly being kind of a like an encapsulation of like the hero of time. And the reason he sounds so much and looks so much like Link is, or rather, the reason that Link and Ocarina of Time sounds so much like this, or I guess the adult Link sounds so much like this ideal form of the hero of time is because he's based on it. Yeah, Plato's.
So the hero of time is just a recurring. Okay, so the hero of time is obviously a recurring character.
Yes,
correct?
Yes, that much we know. That was sort of established in Skyward Sword.
We don't. Okay, so it was established in Skyward Sword, so like that's when the first hero of time came about.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
But even that was like, even that has some. It's never. And Dexter agrees. Dexter has very vocal opinions on these matters. Get it right, damn it. But yeah, like in fact, I think in Twilight Princess, like when you're given the green tunic, it's like explicitly mentioned this is the outfit that each instance of the hero of time will typically wears.
Jeez.
In Skyward Sword, you see how that outfit came to be, or the
I really need to play Skyward Sword apparently.
It's a good fucking game. I love it. There have been, I know that there are some people that have had issues with control because it does use the Wiimote Plus. I enjoyed the game and I had no problems with the control, but For some, it seems to be rather hit or miss.
Right.
So, with that pseudo warning going into it, I would still highly recommend it. It's still a really fun game.
Okay. So video game based movies are coming out. Quite a few of them. Warcraft movie, Assassin's Creed movie.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about that? I'm incredibly excited.
Get John in here too. I'd love to hear from him.
I'm incredibly excited about the Warcraft movie. I personally think it's going to be awesome. Absolutely great.
So.
They have an excellent director.
Mm-hmm.
Duncan Jones, right?
Doug Jones.
So
Mike Jones.
They got everything going for them to be right. And from the leaked preview that I saw from their most recent, it was I guess they went to it was Comic-Con.
Okay.
So somebody leaked some Comic-Con footage.
Yep.
And at the beginning, you have to get past the annoying guy at the beginning, who was recording it, or he was near this guy, I should say, where all you hear is, "This looks just like Avatar." Yeah, I don't like it. This is just one big computer.
Epic fail.
Right?
Is
if
one
you
of
get
those
past that part, then you're fine.
Okay.
But the preview that I saw, I love the
Oh, yeah?
CG elements of it. I mean, obviously the whole fucking movie is just going to be pure CG. So I mean, you really couldn't expect much more when they filmed for 4 months and they have 2 years of post production.
That's impressive. Usually it's not usually, but historically it was the opposite. So.
Right. So they're working extremely hard to get as much good-looking CG into it as possible. So it is going to be like an Avatar-based. It's going to be incredibly animated. So, but from what I can see, it looks exactly like the fucking cinematics that they've been putting out recently. So
cool.
I'm in no way disappointed in what I've seen so far.
Nice.
So
I think Adam's right, though. I think it is. We're all just in one big computer simulation.
This is just one big computer.
I mean, I can't prove or disprove it. I can't prove to you that I exist. So.
But yeah, and the Assassin's Creed movie, I haven't heard much about it. I love Assassin's Creed. I just am kind of wary as to what line they're going to take, or if they're going to try to take a new standpoint, and that's going to be canon. Like, is it going to be all the games canon and then the movie canon as well, and then they'll build off that? So I'm kind of wondering what they're going to do with it. So, because Warcraft, they already explained to us that they're not making a new story by any means. All they're doing is going back.
Okay.
And they're going back to the first war when the orcs invaded Azeroth. So
nice.
they're essentially going back to Warcraft 2.
I assume 2.
1 and 2. So yeah, it's got Anduin Lothar. It's got a bunch of really prominent characters from earlier times. So yeah, I can't wait.
That's gonna be good. I hope it's good. And like Adam said, I mean, man, Blizzard always nails the polish, the cinematics. They make it look pretty.
They have not had a bad cinematic ever. Even the fucking Pandaria one was great. Mm-hmm. Like I cannot be upset at what they do. No, that's Orcs and Humans, and that's the first one, and that story is amazing and drove me through that game. So in Orcs and Humans is when they come... Well, I guess this would be Orcs and Humans because it is Gul'dan opening the fucking Dark Portal.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to have Warcraft cast later.
Warcraft.
Warcast? Warcrafts. Warcraft cast.
Arts and Warcrafts.
Yes.
Arts and Warcrafts.
Yeah, the story of World of Warcraft and the entirety of Warcraft is absolutely beautiful. Nice. I do enjoy it. Second one was after Orc took over Kalimdor and Human sailed to Azeroth. Okay, good call. Good call. I've actually never personally played 1 and 2. So I only played Reign of Chaos. But I did read a piss ton of books and every fucking page on the wiki. So.
Whew. Yeah, braver soul than I. It's a lot of fucking content. I'm impressed.
But yeah, thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
I mean, thank you, Adam. Thank you, Alex.
You're a good guy, Alex.
Is there a way to form your names into one?
A portmanteau of that would be a tough one, yeah. I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on it. See what the boys in the lab can come up
Alum?
with. See what Dexter thinks. Or that works too. Yeah. Yeah, Dexter
is angry today.
Yes, he's very vocal. There's things outside that just need to be pointed out to us. Because he's such a good guardian.
So,
6 pounds him. Dexter, hey.
Do you have anything else?
Just in a general, like, topic-wise? Or
sure, why not?
Well, there was one topic I didn't get a chance to add to the list, so I'll spring it on you now.
Yeah, please do, because I'm actually pulling up the list now.
Good. I don't know if you heard about the little bit of extra drama that has been stirred up on Konami's behalf. I don't know if you heard about this shit.
No, actually, I thought I kind of glanced over something the other day. I heard someone was a little bitter about it, so I didn't read the article yet, though. So what happened?
Okay. Well, like, it's basically more fuel for the Konami hate fire.
If I had like a fucking icon I made that was like a Kojima Konami news time, this would be
that would be good. That'd be good.
So yeah,
I'll see what I can spin up in shitty in Windows 95 MS Paint.
Make the worst like Foxhound fucking icon you can.
I'll make it, and the text will be Comic Sans. I mean, this thing's just gonna be awful.
I can't wait.
But yeah, so fuel to the Konami hate fire. Turns out they treat their employees like shit.
Oh, what do you know?
Not Foxconn shit, not like causing them to kill themselves.
Oh, they don't have to put up nets.
But yeah, not yet. Okay. Give it time. But and in all fairness, like the stuff I was reading is like, yeah, that's pretty shitty. It's not like lawsuit bad, but it's stuff like that where it's like you would see that, you would go, fuck that, I'm not working there. That place fucking sucks. They would do things like if somebody takes their lunch break and they're a little bit late, they'll like post their names on the intranet website to basically to shame them to the rest of the company. There was one instant and like stuff like that that's shitty. The one that got me was that a Konami employee quit and got a new job and posted about it on some social media site, and a bunch of current Konami employees who knew this person, were mutual friends, liked the post. Somebody at Konami took note of all the people that liked it and reassigned them to all to different jobs, and to basically break them up, to bust them out, because clearly they were all, I guess they felt threatened, like they were all coercing to
how not to run a company.
Yeah, so they all got reassigned to different positions. The other one was that if somebody is deemed to be underperforming, they will knock them down pretty much to the bottom of the totem pole to janitorial staff or bark. If you weren't up to snuff, you would just be like, it doesn't matter if you're a director or a developer. Nope, you're cleaning toilets now.
I'm actually gonna go out back right now to your yard out here, and I'm actually gonna continue digging Konami's grave.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like I said, it's shit like that where it's like, this isn't like Dexter, for fuck's sake. All right, I'm gonna go see what the fuck he's barking at. There's something he's really.
There's just a man at the back door. That's what I'm waiting for.
Dexter. Just chill the fuck out. God damn. So yeah, it's bad. It's shitty, but it's not like class action lawsuit bad. Not like abuse. You couldn't really nail them on anything from a legal standpoint. Just Konami's a shitty company, and if you needed an excuse to not support them, I mean, I know a lot of people are saying they're gonna buy Grand Theft Auto. They're gonna buy Metal Gear Solid 5, and that'll be it. And to that I say, whatever. People do what you gotta do, but just recognize you're voting with your wallet.
Yep.
You're paying with your wallet.
You are. Paying with your wallet.
I mean, I don't know. It's shit like that. It's like, man, Konami is revealing themselves more and more to be a truly shitty company. So
yeah,
I don't know, and it pains me to say that because they have the Bomberman license, and fuck you, Konami. When are you gonna do something with that?
Funny thing, I saw Bomberman today on my PS Vita when I was browsing the store, and I was like, "Who? Bomberman?"
Yeah, so that's some shit.
I don't think I could hate Konami more than I already do.
It sucks, man, and it's not that surprising.
I'm not gonna buy Metal Gear for that purpose. I might buy it used. That way,
that might not be a bad way to do it. If you're gonna buy it used. I'm never one to advertise torrenting or pirating or anything like that. That's the end of that sentence.
Yep.
I'm just gonna stop talking now.
Sure.
So. Yeah, I don't know. Konami fucking sucks. Cops are racist. News at 5. I mean, nothing new. This is anything new.
Right.
Yeah, this isn't anything that's brand new to anybody. But yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Man, John's got the right idea. Bomberman does need to be in Smash Bros. I would love that for fucking ever, but yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Maybe someday. Well, I guess hope isn't technically lost. They're I think whoever, I don't know if it was confirmed by I just blanked on the director for the Smash Bros. Games, but I can't think of the guy's name. I don't know. I don't know if it was he himself who mentioned this, but someone in the know basically said that Ryu, the the Street Fighter character that was added to Smash Bros, was not picked as a result of the survey that they sent out. Yeah, so that's still ongoing. So there may or may not be more characters coming.
Who won
knows?
That one?
It's I don't know if it's been announced. There were
who was the top?
There were snapshots. There were some that were like pretty much impossible. Gino was pretty high up there, and that's I would love for that to happen. I would love for Square Enix to prove me wrong, but it's Square Enix we're talking about. It's not gonna fucking happen. Barman was like, I would say he was somewhere like around. I think he was like number 12 or 13 on the list, so fairly high up there.
Bomberman would be a great character though.
I
think he would fit the Smash Bros. Like he would fit that very well.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. In my extremely biased opinion, I think it'd be awesome. The cartoonishness and like the multitude of different things. Toad. Oh, he was definitely on the list. Yeah.
I'm surprised he's actually not in. Why isn't he in Smash Bros? I'm so fucking confused. Yeah. That sounds like That to me sounds like a very major character that needs to be in the fucking game.
He is. I wonder if for some people like they don't see him as an aggressive person. I mean, granted, you have characters like Mr. Game & Watch, or I guess you can have all the Game & Watch games to call moves from. But I would, if I were in that position of like assigning fighting moves for Toad, I would have a hard time thinking of ones that are unique. It's how to make him stand out, because I think that's the big one: is how to make them unique but still fit.
I did enjoy playing as Ryu. I would say that.
Yeah,
because that was fun.
It is fun.
Shoryuken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie. Actually, I think John. I think Banjo-Kazooie was the number one spot. If it wasn't him, it was Shovel Knight.
That would be fucking awesome.
But
Shovel Knight, really?
He was really fucking close.
He's so new.
But he's so fucking good, though.
He is.
He's so fucking good.
That would be an awesome character.
It'd be badass.
And he's got a moveset already, too.
Totally.
So.
It'd be easy, yeah. Yeah, it'd be great. But yeah, Banjo-Kazooie joining Smash, dude, I would be all about that.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome. Because he would already technically have a good set of moves, too. Because, I mean, you have fucking, both characters carry around a backpack, God, that would be fucking awesome.
It would be awesome.
It would be so good.
And it's probably never going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
But I can dream, can't I?
Hey, what's up, Heck-Rick?
What's going on, man? Thanks for joining. We're just talking about Smash Bros. And we're nerding out over our dream characters.
Potential characters that might never make it.
Right, yeah, and that's with so many of these that they're all pipe dreams.
Less than 5% chance.
Yeah, but so you're telling me there's a chance.
I want to see Cloud Strife. That's it. That's all I want to see.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be badass.
Yeah, they're never gonna get that.
I mean,
they're never gonna get that from
the
hands of fucking Sony and the hands of Square Enix.
And with Nintendo to like join the three and break that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's not gonna fucking happen.
They already gave rights to Disney for just temporary purposes.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's hard.
It is. But what are you gonna do?
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about how shitty Konami is. This is not news to anybody.
You have a good topic on here. Games with great humor.
Yes.
So there's quite a few of these games.
Oh yes.
There's games that are serious and still funny.
Mm.
One that comes to mind for me, is I like the humor in it might be serious, but in BioShock Infinite, they have the Luchess twins are always an incredible source of fucking enjoyment. I thoroughly like that. And then there's the fucking Wild S games. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head, and I have it I can see it in my brain, okay, but I can't think of the fucking name of it. What do you think? What is a great game, or a game with a great sense of humor?
If I had to pick one, just based on the absurdity of it and like the amount of shock that it had to, it would have been Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh fucking yes,
man.
Oh my god.
That game, I mean, it's crude humor, and when I say shocking, I don't mean you had crude humor and violence. Yeah, big fucking deal. That's been done before. But this was on the Nintendo 64. It had Conker, this adorable little squirrel. It was a rare game. And it was rated M. I mean, it was that all those things together made it shocking. But yeah, and it's a really fucking good game. It's an awesome game actually, and it's going to be out on the Rare Replay, so people will have a chance to play. Well, actually, I think it'll be on the Rare Replay. I guess I can't say that for sure.
It might be
because I know that they did
update the game though. I mean, they had an updated one for 360.
It was a launch title. I don't think the 360. I think it was bigger, longer, and uncut or something like that. I don't think that game will be on the Rare Replay. I hope it isn't, because I heard a lot of bad things about it.
Yeah.
I hope it's the original. If it is the original, I'm all on board.
I've actually never played Psychonauts. I never got the chance to play
another awesome choice. Yeah, John's got the fucking right idea, Psychonauts. I've only played a little snippet of it. And it's a Double Fine game, so you're gonna.
I do enjoy
Tim Schafer, so it's gonna have that witty humor that we all come to know and love with regards to Tim Schafer's creations.
The newest South Park game, fucking brilliant when it came to just pure gold comedy.
So good.
Yeah.
I think one of my buddies described it as being like the best piece of fan service ever. Just because.
Yeah, it really was.
Not in the best.
It truly was.
When you hear the word fan service, you think like it has like a negative connotation. This is fan service done right.
Yeah, it was.
So
they literally made a game that was just the show.
Yeah.
Like it was literally like an entire season of the game, like an entire season put into a game, and you played the season.
So good.
That is what it felt like, and it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
The best part is fucking fighting Mongolians that are attacking the fucking.
I think. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Attacking the city walk. Hey, come on, get out here! Goddamn Mongolian!
Break down my shitty wall, Dexter! For fuck's sake! Oh my god! So he's like
Dexter doesn't like Mongolians.
He is not offended. He's very offended by our racist humor. Justin, we'll have to tone it down. Yeah, he's
I will say though that there's more people walking today than I've ever seen in my life here.
I mean, they just want to get on the stream action. They see us and they're like, man, I gotta give me some of that. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
I don't know. I think I like stupid humor. I think,
I do too.
and the games that provide that shit for me, I think are the best.
Yeah.
And God, there's just a game that I have in my mind and I can't fucking think of it, and I'll think of it immediately when we hit stop.
Right when we hit the button. Right when we hit the button to kill
and
it.
I'll think of it. We're like, and
too
it's
late.
gone. Yep.
Too late. And it's gone. Yeah. And there's so many. I mean, and like you mentioned, there's stupid humor. There's like the witty humor, the Psychonaut stuff like that. Well, I guess that's kind of split down the middle. Some of the Leisure Suit Larry games I thought were actually pretty funny.
Yeah, those are good. Magica.
Oh, mother. You're talking to the right guy. You know I fucking love Magica. Any excuse to talk about Magica.
Magica has probably the best fucking slapstick silly humor.
God. Well, and even like at the beginning, like it had like just in how it plays, it's fucking hilarious. But like when you follow the story and like the character dialogues, I'll never forget in the very introduction of the game. If you're sitting in this classroom, and if you go up to the classroom, there's this series of post-it notes, and you're looking at like, what the fuck is that? And then you click on it, and like the robe that you're playing as says something along the lines of, "Oh man, we were doing so well this sprint." And that may not make sense to like just the average Joe, but like as a programmer, I see that shit, I go, "Oh hey, sprints, I know what that means." And you're like, so it's like inside clever little niche humor. So, oh man, I love Magica for so many reasons, and that's one of them.
I love the
game.
Creative humor as far as like whenever you're going out and it's the fucking going away or birthday party. I can't remember which one it is. It's like your graduation party. I can't remember. There's a fucking band playing, but you can murder everybody in the room.
Yeah. And they send you down to the dungeon to get more cheese.
Yes, to get more cheese. Yeah.
And the safety word is Bernander.
Yeah. Bernander.
It's like minion speak almost, the language that they use.
That game's so good.
It's, one of my buddies and I debate constantly, like, is it an actual language or are they just making jibber jabber?
I think they jibber jabber and then they say one word.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the context is.
Like at one point, one of the characters in the dialogue says something along the lines of like a bunch or a lot of something, and the voice says Schmurgisburg, and we're just like, okay, what? Come the fuck on, game. Ugh. But I love it.
Right.
I love it. And yeah, BioShock Infinite. Justin was just saying that there was two specific characters.
Yeah, the Lutez twins.
Yeah,
they're so good.
That offer, and even that's a good point too. The games that are serious but have the characters that offer comedic relief. The C-3PO and R2-D2 characters.
And it's comedic relief, but it's also a smart comedic relief. Like, you see one of the... Did you ever play BioShock Infinite?
I have not. I'm working my way through System Shock 1, and I'm working my way up.
Oh, I see.
It's going to take forever.
Yeah, it is. Well, I won't spoil anything then. But there is a part where one of the Lutez twins is painting a picture, and when you pass by it, it's of himself. Right? But you don't get it at the time, and then when you find out later what's going on, you think back to it, and you're like, oh.
That's fucking good.
This is good.
Talking about games with clever humor, have you played the Stanley Parable?
I have not.
I have not either.
And I've heard great things about it.
One of my buddies said that the game was so good, it made him not want to play video games for like a month.
Weird.
Because nothing else could compare. He was like, man, why am I wasting time with this game when it's something that's not this? Because it was so fucking good, and I haven't played it yet. See it in the chat. Don't fucking spoil anything. Don't spoil a goddamn thing for either myself or Justin. But
it is on my list.
But it's on my list as well. I've heard it's like the epitome of like hilarious.
I think it's going to be
a
me and Amanda type game. Like where we're going to sit down together and probably play it. So.
That would be ideal. From what I understand, it's the kind of game where you almost want to record your first playthrough.
Right. We probably will.
Just because, or like stream it, or like some sort of way to remember it because it's so unique.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Get hype, and also play the demo. Play the demo of the Stanley Parable as well, because it's a separate experience, from what I understand.
Oh, really?
Yes. I will say nothing more. A little bit of it was spoiled to me, but I was like, it sounds pretty cool, so I'll play that shit too.
All right, you have on here online multiplayer versus couch multiplayer.
Yeah.
I think I get what you mean by this.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying let's do some split screen or system link compared to.
Hop on Steam.
Let's hop on Steam and play it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for a preferation, like do I prefer one or the other?
Mm-hmm.
God, nothing beats a fucking LAN party, man. Nothing beats local multiplayer in my eyes, because I love being able to fucking look over somebody and just tell them.
And say, "Fuck you, you piece
exactly."
of shit.
Like that's the best part. Like, fuck you. Like I hate you. But I love you.
It's
okay. Yeah, don't.
I say this in the best way possible, but yeah.
Right. I think local multiplayer is where it's at. Don't get me wrong. I love being able to play multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
No matter what. Like I think multiplayer games have come to a point where I almost at times like I'm like I really wish this game was multiplayer. Like when I'm playing like a single player game, I'm like I really wish this had a multiplayer aspect. And I find myself also playing games like that. Or just specifically multiplayer, like I play a lot of Warcraft and Diablo and stuff like that, and it's like I'm to a point where I don't want to play games by myself.
Yeah,
like I think that's what it's come to. But as far as like a local, like nothing beats a fucking local game. Like playing Smash Brothers was like one of the highlights of the fucking LAN, and that was just pure joy.
That was good.
Like I seriously cannot wait for Rock Band to come out.
Oh shit, Rock Band! I forgot
I cannot wait for the return. I think September or late this month or September. Amanda and I already agreed we're gonna just purchase the whole fucking shebang and just go with it.
That sounds awesome, man.
So,
rock out with your. Trying to think of a safer work. Yeah, let's just go on. Couldn't think of it. Couldn't not quick enough.
What's your standpoint on what do you do? What
do I do? What do I do with my life for a cloud?
What?
As for the reason I put the topic on the list was really just because it's hard to compare them apples to apples because they are so different. Some games work really well with online multiplayer. Some work really well with the couch multiplayer, local multiplayer, whatever you have it. And it's not always so easy to make that transition either way. I know a lot of people play Smash online. I've found kind of mixed success with it. It's okay online, but it's just not, for me, it's just not nearly
I keep forgetting that Smash is online.
Yes. Yeah, ever since, Brawl,
I guess I
Wii
just
U,
still see it as
literally
LAN. I see it as like a local game.
And that's, I think, how it's best played. It functions decently. Sometimes it can get a little laggy when you're playing online. And I do like that in the case of the Wii U and 3DS version that they made a for fun and then a for glory options that way. Because when I would play on Brawl, there were times where literally every single match was myself picking a random character and voting for a random stage in a flood of foxes on Final Destination. And I couldn't do anything because I was always getting outvoted. There was just nothing I could do. And it was people who clearly play the shit out of this game and play the games in such a way, edge guarding tactics like that are mainly for winning, not so much for, to me, kind of just playing and enjoying the fucking game.
Right.
Yeah? So I don't know. I got kind of jaded and a little salty on it, and some of that saltiness might have carried over into my slight distaste for the online. So it's okay.
That. No, it's fully understandable.
Yeah, I think Mario Kart 8 works well online. I think a really good example of a game that transcended the couch multiplayer and the online, whatever you want to call it, just like remote play or just I guess not local, is Diablo 3, for better or worse. Because for one thing, it forced you to be online with the PC version, but then added the console version that had the couch multiplayer mode. And I know a lot of people that really didn't enjoy Diablo 3, and then they played it on the console. They're like, "Holy shit, this game's fucking great!" So it's almost like they found. kind of what the game was leaning towards from the beginning.
I guess I think I would be in that situation too. Like I love Diablo on PC.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would also love it on say if I was playing on a console.
Yeah.
Because if I had another person in the room with me, it would remind me of like playing like fucking old school Baldur's Gate, like Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance or something like that, like on the PlayStation or I can't remember what it was.
I love that series.
God, that
Dark
was
Alliance, man,
such a fun game.
So fucking good.
So, and I think that's what it would remind me of, and I had a blast playing that game with multiplayer.
That was awesome.
So,
I want to go on eBay right now and just buy all of the fucking Dark Alliance games. I think there were 3 of them.
Yeah.
And they were so good.
They were.
God damn it.
And then I recall back to like, oh man, have you ever played Dungeon Siege?
Yes. Holy shit, that's a throwback. God damn.
Dungeon
Siege.
I loved that game.
That was a good game.
With all of my heart.
Man, it's a good game. Really fucking tough later on too.
Extremely
I got my ass
tough.
whooped.
Yeah.
Damn. Good game though. Really
very
fun
good game.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's.
I think that was my first. I didn't play Diablo at the time. I played Dungeon Siege, and I think that was my first time with ever experiencing an online game like that.
Yep.
And
everyone remembers the first.
It used the good old fucking Microsoft like connection client. I can't remember what they called it.
That and they called it Bark.
Bark.
I'm a dog.
Bark.
My name's Dexter.
The name of it
There's a dog out there, Dexter.
So yeah.
But yeah, it's they both have different purposes. I mean, it's awesome being able to, you know, if I see a couple of my buddies are playing Payday 2, I can just hop online and no questions. You know, well, ideally I'll first see if there's an open spot, probably hop on Vent and chat with them first, see if they're like in the middle of something. But it's easy to just hop on. Whereas with the couch multiplayer, you have to invite people over. You have to like see people in person, which I know it can be a little scary. But I mean, I don't know. They both serve purposes well, and I have a hard time like picking a favorite between the two. But I don't know, just highlighting the games that do it right, and I mean I don't know if there are really necessarily any games that do multiplayer wrong. I'm sure that there probably are.
I think the first game I ever really experienced like with being like, oh, this is what I want. You know, this is what I've been waiting for. Is I still enjoy Halo multiplayer full screen.
Dexter, hey.
But that's a type of game that
fucking dog.
I've never seen Dexter like this. It's insane.
And you're right. There's a lot of people.
There is a ton of people.
I say that, and I just see a dog just whoosh. So I mean, if I were a dog, I'd be barking my ass off too.
Right.
So I don't blame him. But it's just like, come the fuck on, man. I'm streaming.
So Halo, I love split screen Halo, but the thing is like you gotta worry about people's screen looking. You gotta worry about all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And whenever I was able to go home in Halo 2. And I logged on to Xbox Live, and my friend Dan was on, and we joined a game together. I was like, "This is exactly how I want to play." Like, I'm playing against other people, and me and him aren't on the same screen.
That's a good way to do it too. You almost get kind of a nice mix of it that way. There's actually a game, I think it's called Screen Cheat, that is predicated on the mechanic of having split screen, and you have to look at people's screens in order to play the game.
That is hilarious.
It's pretty fun. I haven't played it yet, but it's a pretty funny.
It's
premise.
a good gimmick.
So yeah, it's on Steam. I think it's called Screen Cheat or Screen Cheater or something like that. So yeah, we become self-aware about it, which is fun. Gotta enjoy it.
Let's see. Gaming festivals and conventions you'd like to attend. QuakeCon by far is like my number one on the list. I do want to visit QuakeCon.
That'd be badass.
My friend Kyle stated that QuakeCon wasn't too great this year.
I know he said that it was just kind of like, meh.
He said it was a troll fest.
Really?
Yeah, he said there was too many people just wanting to troll the whole time. It was just not as enjoyable. He said in previous years, though, it has been a great, amazing experience. He said this year it was all right. He just more enjoyed the time that he spent down there with a couple of friends with. So
that's fair.
I
hope that's not a recurring trend.
I hope not either, because I hope next year is going to be amazing.
That would be awesome.
And then I do want to go to MagFest.
Oh, dude, I've been Justin's year so many times, and the wonders and heavenly blessings that come with attending MagFest.
Yes.
It's so fucking good.
So yeah, that's definitely one that I want to attend.
Yeah.
Those are the two on my list. Other than that, maybe Comic-Con.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Gamescom one year if I'm fucking super rich and I can afford a fucking plane ticket to Germany.
I'm taking time off and
right.
Those other things.
So yeah, no, there's a couple things I would like to visit, but I would like to visit a BlizzCon once. I just want to experience it once.
That's kind of I can see that.
it seems like an awesome convention, terribly expensive.
Oh.
Like,
oh yeah.
You're looking at like $200 tickets. You know? Like,
gross.
That is an insane amount of money to not just get into the fucking convention.
That's before travel.
That's before travel and all that. I mean, yeah, so, BlizzCon's there. I just want it once. Yeah. And then I'm done. Once and then done. One and done. How about you? First off, you've been to fucking everything. What one do you want to go to now?
Well, I've been to MagFest. I'm trying to think if there's any other really reputable ones that I've been to. I've not been to QuakeCon.
What about GagFest?
Mm-hmm. You know, me and a couple buddies were talking about, and I was talking about how excited I was to go to MagFest. One of my buddies goes, and he does this shit all the time. He goes, MagFest, more like, thinks about it, VagFest. I was like, oh, that's not at all where I was expecting to go with that. Yes, because when I think Loose Women, I think video games and video game inspired music. That's where all the ladies go. But I share similar sentiments about BlizzCon. It would be cool to see, if not just for the sheer spectacle of it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, that's a tough price tag to justify.
It is an insane price tag, and also that it fucking somehow magically sells out within like 30 minutes every year.
Not that surprising, but yeah, it's fairly limited attendance. One that I would like to go to and would be fairly easy to attend, being that we live in the Midwest. It just wrapped up. Is Gen Con.
Yeah.
And I think kind of similarly, I would probably like to go to it once. I enjoy playing board games. I love playing Dungeons and Dragons. But an entire like weekend plus of it, I think would get too much for me. The kinds of games that happen at Gen Con will last like 4 to 6 hours at least. And are run by pros, people that really know their shit. You really get the best of the experience there. But I feel like I'm probably not hardcore enough of a D&D or a board game player to really appreciate it and get the real bang for my buck. So I would like to go to it, if not just to see the sheer spectacle of it and take it all in. I think that'd be cool. And play some good games. I mean, there'd be a lot of stuff there I would enjoy. But it doesn't have the same draw to me that QuakeCon or MagFest. Mm-hmm. Or even PAX East, like some of these other...
Oh, I forgot about PAX. I would love to do a PAX.
Yeah, Adam, I'm with you there. I would enjoy Gen Con, and yeah, if we could like get a big group to go, I would totes be on board for that. And I'm sure John would be on board for that. Well, I'm not. I don't want to speak for John.
Do you think when Adam arrived at Gen Con, do you think when he would get there, that he would his body would form into like a board?
I mean, that's what happens when I go to fucking MagFest. I just assimilate into the building, and you don't see me for like 4 days. That's just suck right in you. That's the noise.
And Alex is a wall, okay? And he's watching the show.
Alright, we'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming that Adam just turns into a 20-sided die.
That would be awesome. No, it wouldn't.
He's just
awesome. But yeah. Then you roll him around, and it's just excruciating pain because he's bouncing around. Yeah, 20.
Yes.
Thanks, Adam. Yeah. Gen Con would be really badass.
I am not into. I mean, I would like to. I want to read the rules about it, and actually, I talked to Adam the other day about sending me some rule books and stuff, because I want to read up on it, because I want to increase my knowledge about it, you know? I'm in no way against it by any means. You know? I'm a full-blown nerd here. Of course, I'm not going to be against it. So
shocked.
Right. But I want to learn about it, and I think I would have a good time at the convention. I don't want to participate by any means. I have no means of participating. Like, it's just not in my nature. Like, that's not, it's not me, but I think I enjoy the spectation of it, you know?
And apparently it's quite the spectacle.
Gen Con for me would mean cheap product, and I'm meeting some of the people behind.
Ooh, okay. That's a good point too. There's a lot of very reputable board game developers and designers and artists and all these other things, and some video game stuff too. But it's mostly about board games. But yeah, there's a lot of I know Wizards of the Coast always has a good presence there. The Cards Against Humanity guys were there. Like there's a lot. Like it's pretty much got something for everybody. Honestly, if you've never played a board game in your life, you would find something you would enjoy.
Yes.
So even a stickler like me would have a fucking blast. I'm sure.
My friend Tyler apparently purchased Munchkin. 3 packs of it, or 3 versions of it, I guess. And he was like, "Yeah, you, me, and both of our girlfriends need to get together, and we need to just crunch out some Munchkin."
Munchkin's some good shit.
I was like, I would gladly do that.
Yeah, I
think that would be fun. I've never played it, but I've heard great things about it. You can ask Alex. It's very confusing until you're rolling a dice.
Yeah, if you had never played a Dungeons and Dragons game in your life, and you were thrown into Gen Con, you would probably not survive. You would be literally eaten alive. Nah, I'm slightly exaggerating, but it would be a culture shock. More importantly, it would be like I don't know what the fuck is happening. It's not terribly difficult to learn, but there is a learning curve to it.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
No, I get that. Yeah.
Hey, Eric's here. What's up, man?
It probably might be beneficial for me to actually spectate it, as he says. So it might be beneficial for me to like come over one night while you guys are playing or something and kind of just look and see what the fuck is going on. That way, I kind of get a grasp of what.
Even better, you can make a character and play with
He's
this.
already fucking done this. He's already said.
Then I'm gonna continue to do it as well.
You can make a character, Justin.
Yeah.
You can look.
How it's so easy.
You can look at these templates.
In fact, fuck it, Adam and I could just make one for you.
You could. I want him to have a beard because I can't grow one.
He's just gonna keep planting these seeds into his brain and see what sprouts. So I'm trying, Adam. You see me trying.
And yes, Eric, we see that you are here. Finally, you fucking bastard.
Gosh.
You need to stop working late, okay? You need to get off. You need to leave work at the same time as me.
God, being responsible.
Stop being responsible.
Gosh, what a. Oh, that's right. I forgot that he works in the same place that you do.
Yes.
Yeah, gosh, Eric. Yeah. Be more like us.
Yeah, I went by his desk when I was leaving. And I was like, "Are you leaving?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Okay," and then I left.
That sucks. nothing sucks. Well, things do suck worse than having to stay at work late. But having to stay at work late.
Yes, I did play Knights of the Republic, so I get the basics of D20 games. Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, that's actually a really good point. I hadn't even considered that.
Really?
Yeah, there are a lot of video games that teach you some of the basic gist of it, and yeah, KOTOR is a really good example of it.
Okay. Cool.
And Dat Job.
Yeah. Welcome. Yeah, and Chimpin' Ain't Easy. Our good friend Eric is our only moderator. I want to clap.
Yes. Golf clap.
Thank you, moderator, for coming
for
to
moderating
our stream. Coming and moderating our difficult stream. We have quite a crowd tonight. Rowdy.
It's been pretty good.
It's been pretty good.
Yeah. No trolls. Nothing
actually,
crazy.
It's been a very good stream so far. So I enjoy it.
Can't wait to fuck it up.
Yeah. I think that was one of my questions one time was board games. What should beginners try first?
Just in a general sense?
You
did have it on there.
I had it on the list.
In a general sense, or in like a Dungeons?
In a general sense, like Dungeons and Dragons or any type of other game. Like if someone was wanting to get, okay, I guess I have to differentiate here, right? Someone is wanting to get into D&D. What should they play first? And then we can also switch back and be like, someone's trying to get into a group type board game, kind of like Munchkin and stuff like that. What should they play if they're wanting to begin?
I mean, as far as tabletop RPGs,
yes,
which is just a good way to generally describe Dungeons and Dragons or Shadowrun or Numenera and all these others. And Adam, I'm sure, could answer this question leagues better than I could. So, Adam, I'll ask you to participate in this one as well. So, while Twitch does its awkward Twitch stream delay, I would say the best way to get into Dungeons and Dragons is to find a group. Preferably of someone or some ones that you know decently well, and can accommodate a new person, because typically a D&D game takes like 4 to 6 people. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it takes it takes roughly 4 to 6 people times a fucking
I'm waiting for it. I'm sure he's fucking 2 paragraphs in already.
A wall of text with which he can defend against the Mongolians.
Yes,
but
Mongolians.
But a D&D game typically takes 4 to 6 players in addition to a dungeon master. So of those players, it helps to have a couple people there who know the ropes.
Gotcha.
If it's a team full of noobs, you can do that, and I've done those games before. That's how I got started, and that works pretty darn well. But it still can be a little bit iffy. It's good to have a lot of people there that know their shit. So that way, when you have questions, and the questions will come up, it's inevitable because there's some weird shit there.
Right.
It's good to have people that can offer different perspectives and chime in. Because the DM, the Dungeon Master, is having to do a lot of different stuff. So if they're having to stop every couple minutes to answer a question, it can be a little jarring. So it's good to have some people there.
So now, what is the goal of the Dungeon Master?
The Dungeon Master's goal, and again, Adam could describe this way better. It's not so bad of a wall of text. Adam could describe this better than I could, but I would say that the role of the Dungeon Master is just to propagate everything around you. So that includes the general story, as well as NPCs and enemies and the setting and environment effects, pretty much everything outside of your character.
Do they voice act out characters?
Oh, you're actually required. I can't do this with a fucking straight face. I was gonna say, like, you're required to dress up and act and like talk.
I would totally fucking
talk
do
in
this.
an accent.
I would totally fucking do that.
And if your character doesn't speak common, you have to magica up a language.
Wonderful.
So smorgasbords and bananas.
Right.
So let's see what Adam has to say. Finding a group that is established is actually fairly hard to get together. That's a good point, too. Since most of them are the same people for years. You're better off to go to a local game store and play in a public game. That's a really good idea. So you can find new people and start a home game. Prefer 4 players, and yeah, I think the smaller spectrum does seem to work better. Storyteller.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's a storyteller, and then the players are the act. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
That's
cool.
And thank you for that perspective.
Very good explanation.
Yeah. I hadn't considered the public game thing, but you're right. I know that some of our mutual friends have done that. I think Josh and Josh and Alex, other Alex. I think some of them have been doing some of the public game stuff at one of the fantasy game shops. So that's a really good point. Yeah, if you don't, and I guess that's where some of my distinction lies. I'm very fortunate that Adam is able to run multiple games fairly often, and we have a pretty big pool of friends from which we can pick. So it's easy for us to start. Well, fairly easy for us to start a new game, but others may not be in that situation.
Gotcha.
So that's a very good point. Yeah, I think that's pretty much how I would describe it as far as like editions are concerned. I mean, they're up to I think 5th edition right now. Well, actually, I guess it's not out yet, but they're working on it. I would, in my very biased opinion, I would say either go with 3.5 or Pathfinder as the way to start it.
That's what he suggested.
Yeah, either of those, and the differences between the two are fairly modest. So if you learn one, it's fairly easy to pick up the other.
Okay.
4 becomes much more gamey, less about you playing a character and more about you doing numbers, and it becomes kind of like a video game on a board.
Gotcha.
Supposedly 5th edition makes that a little bit better, but again, it's not out yet, as far as I know, at least.
He said 5th edition is out. I think he said 5e is out.
5th is out? Okay.
I also invited him to our new Pathfinder game.
Oh, shit.
Wrath of the Righteous.
Yes, yeah, I saw your Facebook post about that. Yes, you get to fight demon armies. Well, shit, that's not something... We've fought demons before, but never entire armies, so we've got that to look forward to.
Good.
Yeah, Adam and I... Well, Adam, I'm sure, has years of experience to pull from, but like I know I've got a number of just hilarious off the wall things that have happened while playing a Dungeons and Dragons game, because I mean it's really anything could happen.
Yeah,
you could say I'm gonna attempt this bullshit thing. The DM goes, all right, fucking roll it. You roll it, you get a nat 20, and the DM like just does one of these like, oh shit, I have to make something up. Like, okay, so he succeeded, but fuck, how do I shoehorn this into a story? And if he's a good DM, and Adam is an extraordinarily good DM, but if he or she is a good DM, they'll be able to accommodate what you want to do within the confines of the story and the environment.
Very cool.
And the game system. So you can really make some really cool shit and some really weird shit, as well as some frustrating shit. I mean, we've all had that. All right, here comes the crucial moment. Roll the dice. Fuck, it's a natural 1, so you automatically fail, and then some bad thing happens. So
okay.
There are times where the dice feel like they're out to kill you. But
wonderful.
Did you
guys happen to see the video of the D&D game where they played as if they were in a gang, like if they were Crips and Bloods?
I've not seen this.
It is fucking brilliant.
I'll have to look this up.
You will. We'll look it up after the stream. Yeah. It is fucking golden.
Limitations are in. Well, let's see. Yeah, limitations is what you think of in your mind. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that as well. Yeah. So yeah,
that's good shit.
Adam, I think we probably have to have you on as a guest spot when we talk more about D&D stuff. I think it would be a good session to kind of flush out for everyone, kind of be like, oh yeah, this is what Dungeons & Dragons is about. You have weird misconceptions about the fucking game. Yep. Why don't you learn it from firsthand? Right. So I think that is a good call. I think we definitely up to having you on the guest spot. So
good shit. Good shit.
All right. Cool.
Woo! Woo! Board games.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, gaming festival and conventions we'd like to attend.
If I had to pick one convention forever to attend, it would be MagFest next year. So
right. When is MagFest?
I fucking love MagFest. It'll be February this year or next year.
Okay. Where's it at?
It'll be in National Harbor, Maryland, which is pretty much DC. It's pretty much Washington DC.
Maybe I'll be out there, working, and then I'll just
you do go out to East Coast very often for work, yeah.
Right, that is my region. I am in the East Coast region. So.
It is. It'll be in February though, so I mean, if you're out there for
I'll be
work,
out there.
You will, because I know you said it's a little bit different with.
Yeah, it's like I guess November to like February is like a down point, and then it's picking up from there. So
yeah.
Who fucking knows? Maybe I'll
see, man.
Yeah, MagFest does sound awesome. He keeps telling me about it. He keeps sending me the shit
So
on fucking
good.
Bandcamp. And he's like, yeah, they were at MagFest, Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were at MagFest.
Yeah. Why don't you fucking come to MagFest, you fucking scrub? Yeah.
Right. That's how I feel. That's what he's doing to me.
It's what I do best.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Good shit.
Let's see. Great game. Oh, this is just good.
Great game.
Great games. Great games that have that one shitty part.
Yep.
That is such an amazing title. I love the start of this. I want you to start first while I kind of develop.
Okay. It's become something of kind of legend among people who've played the Sonic games. Because in Sonic 3, there's the part in the casino level. I think it's Sonic 3, but it's the part in the casino level where I think you're is it Sonic or Knuckles? I can't remember. I think Knuckles has to do this. Although, well, fuck, I think Sonic might have a part of this too. Where throughout the level there are a whole bunch of ridiculous things to Sonic game. It's an old school Sonic game, so there's all sorts of silly, zany things you have to do. But there are these cylinders that they spin around, but they move vertically up and down, and you interact with them every once in a blue moon. But there comes a part where you find this one-way path where it's just this really small enclosed area. It's too high to jump anywhere, and there's a column. And underneath the column is where the level continues, so you have to get underneath it somehow. And it's one of these things, like I said, it's become something of legend about, like, how important it is to design the shit out of these things and make it so that not only does, like, the level flow well, but make it so that, like, a game mechanic is, if you don't have to, like, necessarily spell it out, but make it easy, make it so that the user will be able to figure it out with relative ease. There's nothing worse than being stuck in a part, trying 1,000 things, nothing's fucking working, look it up online, you see the solution and you go, man, that's so fucking off the wall, how was I supposed to figure that out?
Right.
So the I don't know what the word, the cylinder or the column or whatever you call it in Sonic 3 is like, when people drop that phrase, it's like a good it's to indicate like a really shitty part of an otherwise really great game, or in this case, really good level. I mean, the rest of Sonic 3 I think is great, but it's like, and for those who don't know, the idea is that you have to jump on it and then hold down the control stick while it's moving down, up on the control stick while it's moving up, and like just eventually kind of heave-ho, so that eventually the gap widens so you can jump off and slide on through.
Oh my god.
So a game like Sonic, where it's all about going fast and making sweet platforming, and
there's just a slow
there's this part where you have to stand completely still and just do this like up-down timing thing. It's so fucking it's such bullshit. It flies in the face of the rest of the game, really. And it's so out of place, it's just designed poorly, it's shitty. So, it's a shitty part in an otherwise awesome game. That was what came to mind when I thought about that. I was like, God, that fucking cylinder in Sonic 3. Fuck that.
That is a good example.
I'm
trying to think of one. I'm sure there's just multiples that I've ran into before.
Well, this is well, I've got another one for you. This is just more generic.
No, go ahead.
And I've faced some flack with some of my friends about this. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. All the King Quest games. Boom, microphone dropped. All the King's Quest games.
I've never played King's Quest.
Because, well, and here's the thing. A lot of people played them when they were kids. I never played a King's Quest game when I was a kid. I've only... In fact, I've never... Well, that's not true. I have played a King's Quest game. But I've watched playthroughs of most of them. The Red Super channel that I follow did a stint where they went through... They did long plays of just about every King's Quest game from long ago, from many moons ago, and man, those games were just chock full of bullshit. I'm sure they are great games, but they strike me as fucking miserable because they're just chock full of these puzzles where it's kind of like what I described. You see the solution and you go, man, how the fuck was I supposed to figure that? Like, based on what I've experienced thus far in the game and based on what I'm seeing, how was I supposed to know that the solution to this puzzle was blank? Or, worse yet, how was I supposed to know that I have to talk to this one dude at the very beginning of the game? And if I don't talk to this one dude at the very beginning of the game, he will not trigger the special thing that's required, so that at the second to last dungeon in the game, if I haven't talked to him, you cannot win the game. You have to start the game. So I hope you have a save from before you talk to him, otherwise you're fucked.
Jesus.
And you have to start the entire fucking game over again. I see that as just complete bullshit and just the worst kind of design. Those games were designed poorly. So... But like I said, I've caught some flack for that, because I see that as complete bullshit. People who played them as a kid say, what the fuck, man, King's Quest was great, I played the shit out of that when I was a kid. That's okay, but have you played it recently? Because they may or may not have aged very well.
Right.
I argue they aged shittily because they were designed shittily. Alright, I'll pick the mic up after I dropped it. That's my rant. So, King's Quest games, they may be great, but that doesn't excuse them from kind of being a little shitty. Oh, I'm gonna anger somebody by saying that.
Gotcha. That save feature that you're talking about.
Such bullshit.
It's so odd. A lot of not a lot of the Final Fantasy games, a lot of JRPGs do that to you, where they don't kind of tell you that this is a very important choice you're about to make. So you like overwrite the save, and then you're just fucked for the rest of the game, right? Cool thing about Persona is that in Persona, I just from an early age, like even starting Final Fantasy VII, I've always learned that you fucking save in multiple spots. And you don't save when you don't ever make this fucking new mistake. Don't save in every slot at the same time, right? A lot of people for some reason like to do that. What you want to do is you want to basically like segment yourself. You want to segment yourself off, be like, oh, this is a little further back, this is a little further back than that, or whatever. And then you kind of save as you go after you realize you haven't made a mistake. You have the ability to go back. Cool thing about Persona is there'll be a black screen that pops up and it's like, there's a very important decision that is before you. Would you like to save your game now?
Nice. That's a good way to do it.
Very cool way to do it. And by the way, the decision might not be right then and there. You actually kind of don't even really know when the decision is.
Such a tease.
Also, another cool thing about Persona is that the game will fucking stop you halfway. You'll be halfway through the game and it's like game over. Like it will fast forward you to the end of the game. Wow. And you will get the bad ending.
That's kind of cool, actually. I kind of like that.
It is a very cool concept.
Well, see, the difference there is that they've accommodated for that, though.
Right.
With these like save point options. So, I mean, I'm okay with...
Yeah, you can always go back.
Yeah, I'm okay with things that can, like, fuck you over. Or even, challenging puzzle games. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's, like, just that level of bullshit is what irks me.
I would say probably one thing that... there's a great game and it just has some bullshit in it, you know?
Yeah.
Is good old Final Fantasy X with the yelling at the steps of Luca.
I don't know what you're talking about, Justin. Blood just explodes from my ear.
Yeah, I would say Titus just being a whiny bitch in general is probably the worst.
He is the shitty part of that.
Right.
In that otherwise good game.
Everything else about the game is great. That was literally a very good Final Fantasy game.
I feel like you could say that about a lot of JRPGs. Not all, but several JRPGs have that annoying character. And it's not just JRPGs.
And the funny thing is, I don't think Persona 4 at least, I haven't played any of the Personas, but Persona 4 doesn't have an annoying character.
And that's good. That's awesome.
And it's very good. Yeah. I think all the characters are very fleshed out. They have a good backstory. You relate to them. So it's
that's
cool.
Awesome.
You even relate to a fucking bear, so I mean,
what more do you need?
They do that to you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't have anything else. I just wanted to get your take on that because I really was interested about that.
Yeah, I mean we were joking about the water temple. I mean that's not a shitty part, but
no,
it's frustrating most definitely.
Which I was talking to Alex. Apparently, Tyler was telling me that they did fix. Fix is a kind of a loose word. The water temple. Basically, they made it easier to understand the water temple.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah, totally
I'll be interested to see what they do with that. Actually.
Right, I'm actually going to watch Amanda. When she gets to the water temple, I'm definitely going to watch her play.
Yeah, totally.
Because I've been to the water temple many times.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
he's an old pro. Water temple pro.
Not as pro as Alex.
Oh man, and Adam. Well, actually, I'm not going to speak for him, but I saw that he also played some of these games and tried them because friends said that they were great. Oh yeah, didn't enjoy any of them. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, it pisses people. Some people times it pisses people off, but man, I have such a hard time liking those games. God damn it.
I wanted to go over this because this will tie into our Peter Dinklage thing from earlier.
Yeah.
Is key figures in gaming that you would like to meet: game designers, developers, voice actors, directors, artists, etc. I think one person in general I would really like to meet, or there's a few I would really like to meet. I would love to meet Troy Baker because that guy is fucking insane with voice acting. He's voice acted all over the place. I don't even know where he gets half his fucking voices. Dude can sing. He is an insanely good at what he does.
Nice.
And he's a genuine person. He's always on people's like podcasts. You call him up. You're like, hey, if you're in the area, would you mind? And he's like, yeah, I'll stop by.
Cool.
You know, like and. Fuck, I'll bring my guitar. I'll just sing in the background of your stream. You know, he seems like a very genuine guy.
Yeah.
And him and I am losing it. the creator of BioShock, and I cannot think of his fucking name to save my life.
I'd have to look it up, honestly. Like the director,
it's on
like the creator.
tip of my fucking tongue. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up in a second.
Look that shit up.
And then I brought this up because I was thinking of
this subject again.
About voice actors.
Says Eric.
Yes, this subject again. Peter Dinklage thing. And I already sent Eric the article that I found that was kind of referenced in it. But basically, Nolan North, which is a great voice actor, he did Nathan Drake. Mm-hmm. He did and he does a couple other things. He's actually going to replace Peter Dinklage in Destiny. So they're actually in the process of writing out all of Peter Dinklage's voiceovers in Destiny. Do I think Eric's thing was, do you think it's necessary for them because they're not going to make any money from it? And I was like, actually, they're going to lose money. I don't think they're going to make money by any means off of recreating old content. I was like, it really doesn't do them any good, but I was like, I think they're trying to keep it consistent, right?
Big time.
You don't want to hear Peter Dinklage through most of the game, and then an expansion comes out, and then you hear a new voice actor,
completely different
voice, who's supposed to be the same character, who's supposed to be this ghost.
Oh,
you don't want to hear two different people. So I think they're doing it because of that. Yeah. They're not doing it because they fucking hate Peter Dinklage. Though Peter Dinklage did do a very shitty job of it, I think they're just going mostly for consistency, and I don't think Peter Dinklage was on board to do the expansions.
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing. And I think this is going to be the first expansion that the Ghost actually fucking talks in. So, I mean, it's going to be like the first expansion that isn't mostly just a multiplayer only.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing. That's really, I mean, it won't affect, I would assume it probably, I've never played Destiny, so I don't have a dog in this fight.
Right.
And I assume that it won't directly apply gameplay. Ooh, it's a shitty.
It is, okay. I agree that Destiny is a shitty game.
Ooh, shots fired.
Lore-wise, I agree. I'm not defending Destiny at all. Destiny is a terrible game. Do not buy it. Absolutely don't.
Whew.
But what I want to say is that the combat system and the way you fight enemies and stuff is very good.
Nice.
They did really well with the enemies. Now it sucks to fight the same enemy over and over again, but I'm a fucking Diablo grunt, So I'm used to that shit. I don't really give a fuck if I kill a goddamn. An enemy a million times over, I'm already doing it.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really matter to me, but Destiny is shitty due to its lore. It doesn't. Nobody talks about the fucking Traveler. Nobody gives you any information on him. The fucking enemy, nobody knows who it is except magical fucking expansion comes out and they explain it. I don't really understand. And then they're bringing out a new expansion and then they're replacing the voice actor. They don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. I think they're just going with it at this point. So I don't know. I have no stance on the Peter Dinklage thing. I just thought it was kind of funny.
I mean, it's interesting, and we were talking a little bit before the stream. It's kind of a bummer. I mean, I like Peter Dinklage. I think he's a good actor.
Yeah, I think he's a great actor.
Well, and I think he's got a really cool voice. I remember being excited when it was announced. I was like, oh, that sounds badass. Although I've never played Destiny, I went online specifically to listen to some of the sound clips because I heard a lot of people were disappointed in his performance. And yeah, it sounds extraordinarily bored and called in and dull. And I don't know, what's your take on this, Justin? Do you think it was Peter Dinklage just being just kind of what the fuck, everyone, I don't give a shit? Or do you think it was improper direction?
I think
whoever did they just do it all in one take and not give a shit, or was it the director just cutting out the good shit?
Yeah, I think they didn't have a huge budget for Peter Dinklage. I don't think. So they probably rushed it, honestly. And I think Peter Dinklage was talking, and he probably was giving a good performance. But I think they were or at least the people who were assigned to do these, because obviously the director may have been there of the game. The director may have been there, but it probably was some subsidiary that was oh, we're doing the voice. We're controlling the sound for the game. We're doing the voices and stuff. We want you to come in and read these off. And I'm sure they were all right, Peter, can you be a little more mellow? Can you talk more like you're robotic? You're more like a sentient, an early sentient being, And he was okay, I don't really know how to do that, but I'll try my best to do that, because that's not his role. His role, he doesn't really honestly have the voice to be a fucking robotic character in my eyes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I think he was just trying to portray that, and it just didn't come out well.
And maybe, that's a good point. I didn't realize that it's a robot character, and if so, maybe he was going for a HAL approach.
Right, maybe
which is
he was.
impossibly difficult to do.
Yeah. Yeah, the ghost that he's with. So the ghost technically is this little orb that follows you around, and it can read things. You know, it can unlock doors for you and stuff like that. And that is Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
So
I gotcha. Okay.
He's supposed to be a part of the Traveler.
Yeah.
Ken Levine. That's who I was thinking.
Nice. Okay.
So I would like to.
That name is familiar.
I would like to meet Ken Levine.
That'd be cool.
He is a very smart gentleman.
Nice.
So
I can dig it.
Yeah, Diablo's a much better game. I agree with you. Diablo is a much better game,
I
but it's also a different style of game.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Very
so
different.
I would say Destiny is more like Borderlands. So, but I guess it all kind of comes down to the fact that they follow the same rule of you're killing constant. You know, you're just killing shit over and over again.
You're just killing.
It's a farm fest. You literally have to farm in the game.
Grind for days.
Yep.
That's how it goes sometimes.
What about you? Well, who's someone that you want to meet? What do you got in your mind?
I hate to go the predictable route, but I'm gonna go the predictable route and say Shigeru Miyamoto.
Oh damn!
I mean, he wouldn't understand the damn word I'm saying, and I wouldn't understand the damn word
he
he's
would
saying.
look at you and he'd be like.
But I mean, you know, what I would like to do would be to play one of his video games with him. Like, just fire up New Super Mario Bros. Or something like that. Just play around that with him. I think that'd be fun.
Isn't Happy Mask Man modeled after him?
I think in some ways, yeah. At least, I mean, I could see that in just, you know, the always smiling face. It seems like every picture he's in, he's grinning like a fucking lunatic. Yeah. So, I mean, Shigeru Miyamoto, he's created some of my favorite characters ever. And, like, he was behind pretty much the entirety of my childhood, creating all these awesome games that I still fucking play all the damn time. Me and a buddy of mine were just playing through Super Mario 64, the one I have signed by, I just blanked on it. No, I wish, dude. If I had that, I would have that shit encased in glass, so that no one or nothing can touch it. But the voice actor for Mario, the name escapes me. I just pulled a Justin and just forgot the name of the voice actor. Mm-hmm. But he actually came to St. Louis, and I got him to sign my card at Super Mario 64.
Oh, very awesome.
And just as a side note, definitely one of the coolest human beings I've ever had.
Did he
pleasure of interacting with?
Did he say wah 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 wah?
He did. He gave a couple Mario isms.
Did he?
So he came to a very small convention called Comic-Con that happens every year here in St. Louis. Adam was there for Charles Martinet. There it is. Yes, and you met him too. Charles Martinet, and he came to Comic-Con and gave a couple Q&As and stuff like that, but also like had a little table set up where people could get stuff to get him to sign stuff, and record videos, take pictures, whatever. He's just really fan friendly. Yeah. Dude. And I got him to sign my copy of Super Mario 64, which, fun fact, is the very first video game I ever played in my life. So to have to have the man behind the voice sign my card, so fucking cool. So fucking cool.
That's what got you started.
And that from there it got its hooks in me. And but yeah, Charles Martinet, one of the coolest individuals I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. He is like the perfect encapsulation for Mario. I can't imagine anyone else doing it, because he's like so awesomely fan friendly and such a pleasant and sweet individual. Like, if I would have been so disenchanted if he would have been like an asshole. Like, if I would have met Charles Martinet, like, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Like, it's like, where's my fucking chick? If he would have been like all bitter and like pissy and like I would have been so bummed. But he was so just genuinely positive and happy and so grateful for all the stuff that he gets to do, and working with all the other voice actors and all the other voice work he does. He voiced the Dragon King in Skyrim, to give you an example of the type of range that he has.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, so he's also an extremely talented guy, but like people would ask like really off the wall questions, and he'd just roll with it. People would ask him to do, hey, could you do the Luigi voice first? Could you do the Waluigi voice? Stuff that I'm sure he's done probably thousands of times at this point, and without skipping a beat, yeah, sure, man, blam, and rips it out, and people, the glees on his face, I think, awesome. Fuel.
That is great.
He seems like the perfect, embodiment of what Mario is all about. Mario, he's in these games. He's all about having a fun time, being happy and positive. I can't see anyone else doing it. So other people may have the voice chops, but the dude's just so fucking cool. If you ever have the chance to see Charles Martinet in a convention or anything like that, for the love of God, please do it. He will make your life better just by seeing how cool of a person he is. Oh man, fucking love Charles Martinet.
Parthenax, yeah. So I was wondering if it was going to be Parthenax or the Final Dragon.
Okay.
Wait, it's Parthenax. I can't remember now.
It's Parthenax.
So Parthenax is on top of the mountain, correct?
I've never played Skyrim.
God damn it, Alex!
I know. I'm too busy playing Super Mario 64.
Shit! I wanted to go back.
I recognize that name, though.
Right. I wanted to go back up to Eric. He said, what my thing is it's a waste of time to go back than rather focus on more story and gameplay. The thing with that is that Destiny was going to be an MMO. You talked about it before.
Yeah, that's a good point, too.
Destiny was going to be an MMO. Right. It was going to be a subscription-based. They were going to have timed releases on all the content, which is what they're doing. And they're still following that MMO schedule. You know, they still are going that route where they still are treating it like an MMO. And I think that's what is happening is like, if you look at it kind of like WoW releases all their stuff in sessions. Mm-hmm. They don't tell you everything, you know, and you figure it out not really by the end. And then, so, that's what Destiny's still doing. People still eat into it. I fucking hate it. So, I mean, they literally tried to charge people $70 for a fucking expansion. So
$70? God damn, better be some good shit. God damn, it's like a game and a half.
Was it 70 or 90? I can't remember. It was fucking expensive though, and they were like, "Well, yeah."
Was it like Crazy Collector's Edition?
I have no clue. I can't remember.
It's just unreal.
Eric would have to tell me. I remember me and him talking about.
That's like literally unbelievable. I guess I don't know.
Okay, so I was right about Parthenax. Okay.
But yeah, Parthenax and Adam mentioned he's the embodiment of like Nintendo.
That's awesome.
God, fucking Charles Martinet, the coolest guy ever. But yeah, so to complete that picture though, I would like to meet Shigeru Miyamoto, even if there wasn't a translate present and it was just me and him playing like one of his games together.
That would be.
It would like games transcend language anyway. So.
Yep.
But yeah, just he's responsible for so much awesome stuff in video games, and just to be in the same room as the man himself, that'd be awesome. I'd be in heaven.
I think I would have to remove Ken Levine from my list.
Gasp.
And I would have to place Hideo Kojima in there because I think Metal Gear Solid overwrites everything in my fucking book as far as wanting to meet someone who made a game that was so special to me.
Yeah. I'm on board with that too.
Yeah. $80 fucking. That's how much it was.
It was so, and I'm in a state of literal disbelief. Is it like a collector's edition, or was it like that plus stuff? Like, was it a bundle? Like, or was it just the DLC, like digital $79.99? I just don't believe it. $70 for DLC, unless this was like a DLC that was like 3 games or some bullshit, or if it was a bundle of DLC or a season pass. Help me the fuck out here, guys. I just don't get it. Why is it $80? Oh, it's so fucking weird. So hopefully me spouting out all those expletives will give Eric a chance to type up a club. So,
he types one word. I thought it was Eric for a second. I was about to fucking die.
He would have read you in mind.
What's up, Austin?
Good to see you, man. Oh, man.
Jesus, that was going to be fucking good.
Yeah, Now I was just gonna delete. Just boop. One response.
Well, while we wrap up here, I just wanted to say that we will probably not have a stream next week due to the fact that I'll be out of town.
Yes.
So, but if you guys wanted to check out Alex, I'm sure he might do something sometime here soon. Maybe, I don't know. You can check him out on his actual stream.
Maybe.
If he's doing anything.
Yeah. If I do anything, it'll be in my own personal stream.
Right.
Super Hobbit. It's just Super Hobbit. No spaces.
No nothing.
No nothing.
Just Super Hobbit.
Short and sweet, just like me.
Yep, exactly.
Ladies.
So yeah, you could just if you can subscribe to him, just check out, see if he comes online sometime in the next week or something. You can
collector's edition. I knew it. I knew it was a collector's edition. Okay, still that's some bullshit. And I see.
There's no way you can get the expansion unless you bought the collector's edition
of Destiny.
Okay,
that makes me. I'll retract my nerd rage because that. I mean, it still sucks, but I mean, it's
right. So people who wanted the expansion that didn't buy the collectors,
I mean, they're fucked.
We're gonna have to go back and buy the collectors.
Yeah, I mean, they're fucked. Yeah, there's no way around it.
And then I think they lowered the cost to like $60.
That's awesome. Well, maybe we'll take it up just a smidgen. That's adorable.
So yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
But anyways.
Let's go ahead and kill it now. We've actually gone a little bit.
It's good. It's just a
smidge over time, as we sometimes do.
But it's always a good time to talk to everybody. We had awesome conversations. Adam, we're going to have you on here soon, and we'll talk tabletop for an entire fucking hour.
That'd be awesome.
And you know what? Fuck it. We'll make my D&D character then, okay?
Yes.
We're going to get you on the stream. We'll make my D&D character then, and we'll fucking do that, okay?
Just as Adam says.
Right. And put his fucking Adam here. So, yeah, until then, be another couple weeks and we'll be back. In full force, and then I still have a video game challenge that I need to challenge Alex in. So,
shit.
Destruction Derby 64.
Yes, just like D-Man recommended.
D-Man recommended, so we will have that going.
Good stuff. See you fine folks in 2 weeks. In the meantime, we'll leave you with the tender stylings of one of my favorite MagFest bands. They was at MagFest, Justin, I'm just saying.
Thank you. Yeah, another fucking MagFest.
Called Viking Guitar. So
okay, this sounds great.
About as metal as it gets. So I'll leave you with that. And I'm gonna just go and pop things over, and then Justin, I hope, is gonna do his awkward. There we go. He's gonna do that while I get all this satiated. So, all right. Thanks for joining, peeps.